Hey, Alex. I've almost finished writing the summary for the report.
Perfect.
I'm still unconvinced. So here's a question for you, Alex. How can we do this without killing 3 strikes?
Fencer still hasn't recovered?
He has, but the doctor won't let him fly.
Just as much.
How much longer are you gonna make me wait?
Who's the self-important stiff?
You're here, and he really is quite important.
We're connected. Ready now, sir.
I'm Brigadier General Howard Clemens. I'm in charge of this operation. Our objective is to capture an advanced submarine in harbor at Artiglio. The port of Artiglio and the surrounding oil facilities were mostly destroyed by another air operation.
Oh, that port. Seems like such a long time ago.
You've been there?
However, Erusian forces repaired the facilities and used them to resupply and maintenance a massive submarine.
Here's a question. How long do you think this submarine is? If you guess 495 meters, you're right. It also has a width of 116 meters, with a submerged displacement of 810,000 tons. It's a supersized nuclear submarine powered by 2 liquid metal-cooled reactors.
I guess it really is huge. So who's the quiz show host?
David North. I'm an OIA analyst from Advanced Weapons Analysis.
Why isn't he here?
Because he doesn't need to be. He can perform his analysis at his home office.
Ha! We've got ourselves an armchair detective.
Continue.
I've come to call this super submarine the Alicorn. The Alicorn is a submarine, and yet it can stage aircraft operations like a carrier. It also boasts some serious firepower with its 2 main railguns. Their range is over 400 kilometers.
A real monster if there ever was one.
The sub's force projection capabilities are equivalent to a carrier strike group. Furthermore, it can approach underwater or use aircraft and railguns to attack outside the enemy's range. It has an unusual history befitting such a ship. It was launched 4 years ago. However, it went MIA on a sea trial after being outfitted. It was later found at the bottom of the ocean by chance, and of the 356 crewmen, 330 were rescued. Here's the question. For how many days was the Alicorn underwater? It was 698 days.
Whoa. They were down there 2 years?
They were on the seafloor at 15 degrees.
So why are they deploying it to the front lines now?
I suspect it has to do with the loss of an arsenal bird in the IRBM cluster.
Huh. Okay, so we just blow up the damn thing?
We capture it. Don't make me repeat myself. We've had reports from local sources that there are weapons of mass destruction aboard the Alicorn.
Source.
If we can secure that evidence, we'll gain advantage in the peace negotiations post-war.
The Ocean Navy has dispatched a fleet, including a landing ship, to capture the Alicorn. Our mission is to secure air superiority and protect this assault and capture task force.
If we take too long, they'll scuttle the sub. The fleet will commence its actions while we seize the skies.
Wouldn't it be risky to bring the fleet in before we secure air superiority?
That is none of your concern.
So basically, you're putting our fleet in danger for political gains.
They should have taught how to address superiors in boot camp.
An EW squadron will be deployed. Their ESM will be a valuable asset. Stay within their range, and you'll have a significant advantage over your enemies. The ETA for the EW aircraft is the same as HAP.
Only Strider Squadron will sortie.
Whoa, I have to sit this one out?
Wait, Wiseman, you're not coming?
I'll be assisting the Brigadier General at HQ.
This is by no means a difficult mission. Your squadron commander's absence shouldn't change that.
Strider Squadron, aircraft prep complete. You're cleared to taxi.
It's a requiem. Set off as soon as we're ready. Here we go. Do it with a bang. Understood. Shit. What's up?
Friendly aircraft and EW aircraft will arrive 5 minutes late.
What? Retreat and wait for backup. Retreat not authorized. Gain air superiority at once. Trigger, what now?
Just a aircraft? Just talking Earth. Come on, it's time to find a real fighter pilot.
We doing this or not? Trigger's already kicked off the game.
We're going in. After Trigger.
All aircraft, engage. Weapons free.
Sir, you didn't tell us there was a change in the H-Out. We are hotshot for the last 5 minutes. I don't need no Wiseman apply. Improve it, Cal. Righto.
Bandit acquired. Initiating attack.
Strider forward. Evasive action, now.
Friendly hit. Brzezinski!
I still got you for
Target was not struck.
Tango, that is tougher than I thought.
Shut your trap and keep shooting.
Shit. Do it with a bang. This one's a goner.
Come and get me.
Missile hit.
Only fire an aircraft approaching the submarine. See the rest to our boys in the air.
Missile launched.
Air combat's a lot harder without Wiseman. You sure? Our man Tree was an absolute monster just now.
Don't slow down. Being late is not an option.
Flashed.
This is Sigurd 1. 3 and 4, head to 305. Hit the attack. Sigurd 3, welcome. I like your movement to play.
Tight.
Trigger, seek advanced stealth fighters.
SG-57s, highly capable planes. Stay on your toes if you engage them.
These guys are good. We go to the left and keep them on the right. We're the last generation of fighter pilots. Shoot them shots while we can fire.
It's not every day you're in a battle like this.
Come on, try me. Nobody's got more combat experience than we do.
Strider Squadron, enemy aircraft are putting under assault on the fleet. Swiftly secure our air superiority. I know that, but we're outnumbered. Pushing back hard.
You're mine.
Breaking to escape lock.
We've got tons of company above and below.
Canister, it's time to stop. Running, man on your 6.
Missile launched.
Keep course. A few sparks are to be expected.
Strider 1, bandit on your tail.
Fox 2.
Enemy has a lock. Strider 2, Fox 2.
Strider 1, missile away.
This is Enchanter. This is the AO.
Yes, EW aircraft and Drake Squadron are here.
I didn't think you'd get her so quickly.
We're here, Command. Attacking.
The EW aircraft have strong ESM on board. They can improve your dogfighting capabilities by enhancing missile range, homing, and more.
I should have switched with Lonza. Locked on, Bandit. Drake Squadron, follow me. I'll show you how the pros do it.
Copy that. Deal with what you got.
Missile away.
Pilot ejected. Send rescue. Strike 5 engaging. Strike 8 engaging. Attack this. Strike
boys sure brought a lot of friends.
Strike 3, engaging. My wingman said these soldiers strike. Damn it, I can't stop crippling. Incoming missile! Where's target?
Trigger, do you see the ESM range displayed on your radar? Your capabilities will improve inside that area.
Help me!
Come at me, bro. Catch me if you can.
What is the size of that submarine? Why the hell was it not in action all this time?
Trigger splashed a hostile. Good. The ESM's improving your aircraft's dogfighting capabilities.
Down quite a few, but haven't even made a dent.
Shut up. You see Trigger complaining?
Oh, he doesn't talk much, but fine. Here I go.
Missile fire! Evading!
You ain't no match for me.
Are you sure? Damn sure! 3 strikes!
I'm on its back.
The cloud's down.
Entering ESM range.
They got me! Bailing out!
Missile launched.
Escapes would be difficult out here. I would have been way too close if it wasn't for Trigger. The party's just getting started.
EW aircraft moves too slow!
Missile launched.
Friendly shot down!
My rudder's frozen over.
Receiving support from ESM. EW aircraft was hit from an enemy Typhoon.
We're not fighting UAVs. It's just as hard on them as it is on us.
Somebody brought us to Antwerp.
Okay, I quit. Not counting their numbers anymore.
EW aircraft was hit. It's being attacked by an F-15E.
We're taking casualties.
All aircraft, if you want to make it, take advantage of Enchanter's support. Multiple aircraft approaching this airspace. They're Harriers.
Any moves to attack our fleet must be stopped.
All right.
Don't let them get to Enchanter.
I don't even have time for a snack on this operation.
You just wait. I'll get you a break in a second.
Thanks.
Hit on the enemy EW aircraft.
Acquired.
They can target it the moment I try to cruise in on their ship. They're only human. They'll tire out soon enough.
Missile launched. Harrier destroyed. Nice work. Those fighters are after the fleet. Take care of the rest.
Enemy missile inbound. It's evading.
Shaking off enemy lock.
No control. Returning to base. Don't forget to tell the mechanic to see that whole problem every time Priest Trick shows up.
Be advised, enemy aircraft nearing the landing ship.
Wait a minute. Their eyes on 3 strikes. Might learn a thing or two. Roger. Damage control to CIC. The engines are intact. We're still good.
Harrier 2s have all been destroyed. Good job. Great work.
Going down! Going down!
Command duty officer. The approaching landing ship is to be considered hostile. Set it as your target.
Roger. Set primary target to hostile landing ship Puffin.
Our target is the captain of the Puffin, Robert Harry.
Captain.
You don't see it. Gun is about killing the people on board.
Detecting hostile barrage jamming. They brought EW aircraft. I'm displaying the jammed area on your radars.
Well, look who we've got here. This planet I may be past that rival for no pushovers. Yeehaw! Here we go, cowboys. Surround them! Go in the aircraft. Focus on ESM. Yes! This is the air combat I've been waiting for. Don't really care about the sub and just want a good fight, huh? Expensive hit. Drone that. The flying calculators will never be enough to beat 3 strikes.
Receiving support from ESM. Effects of friendly ESM are negated inside the enemy's jamming zones. Be careful.
No magic allowed, huh?
But we're gonna make sure it doesn't come to that.
We passed the 3rd checkpoint. We're halfway there. Something's happened to all ships. Change formation. Full speed ahead. Move in front of the landing ship Puffin. We're going to be their shield.
All aircraft be advised. Enemy strike fighters are on the approach. They're fullbacks. Definitely faster than the ones before.
Pose a serious threat. Take them down. I know. Trigger, let's get this done quick. The missile's not homing in properly.
When in range of enemy jammers, missile lock-on
Going truck. So, this leading flight for pilots replaced by UAV intercepts that reaching to escape hit. This is the battlefield I've been craving. Anti-air station. Target enemy aircraft. Protect the landing ship at all costs. Shield it with your lives. Seaways failed. Incoming. The landing ship is under attack. Keep the enemy away from our ships. Fuselage rating. Evacuate immediately. Lost really at your destroyer kite. I'll show you. WCP can copy. That's it. Trigger splashed a fighter. Hard port. We can't cross the fleet path. All personnel, abandon ship.
Lucky on you. Other destroyers inside.
Got a visual on the target submarine. Here. I got a lock. Dead ahead, but I can't see him. Watertight doors again. Port side hit. Damage control. This is bad. The damage is spreading. I see 3 strikes. I'll kill you.
All aircraft be advised. 2 bogies on the approach. Aircraft type Su-47.
Birkins. Russia doesn't have many of those. Where'd they come from?
Hey, Range, can I kill him now? I've waited long enough.
Use the confusion to kill this 6.
Like a true villain, huh? I like the way you think.
Who's seeing on my tail? Taking fire! Idiot! Ignore the erosions.
Don't call me an idiot. I'd kill you if you weren't my brother.
Bogey shot down an Erusian bird.
What do you mean? There are no more reinforcements. They must be hostile. You are clear to engage. Don't hesitate.
Get him. I'm gonna screw you up so bad. You want a piece of me? You got it.
Who are these guys?
They're neither Ocean nor Erusian. We're just filthy bats.
Enemy has a lock on you.
Hostiles just popped out of nowhere.
It's an ECM, type of saturation decoy.
Visually scan for the source.
Strutter 1, locked on target.
Don't take your supply 3 strikes. Everybody's looking for somebody to do the dirty work.
Trigger, that's a decoy. You need to check your target visually.
Trigger hit the target.
Good, you're seeing right through their illusions.
Get him, Scream.
And he's on a silver platter.
Take him down before you can figure out what I'm planning. Leave the enemy ships to our third. Hold until enemy aircraft are in range. Shit. Scream. We're pulling out.
God damn it! 3 strikes, I will have you. You will die!
What? Hey, what are you doing? I hear it.
No, I hear it too. You won't have enough time to piss your peanuts.
Hey, those filthy bats are on the run. Let them go. That bitch was using Lucius radio frequency. That's an encrypted military channel. That's nothing to worry about now. Focus on the mission at hand.
Enemy on me! Thanks, Trigger.
Engage 3 strikes.
Strutter 1, Fox 2. Strider 1, bandit destroyed. Additional hostiles confirmed. We're detecting surface-to-ship weapons teams around the sub. Eliminate them.
We got this.
Fox 2.
3 strikes in a squadron are with us.
Target is down.
Bandit my side. Fox 2. Target coordinates re-entered. Ready to fire. Roger. Fire order. Trigger to score a kill.
Target's been wiped out.
No! How many of our fighters?
Vehicle eliminated. All ground targets destroyed.
This takes away the enemy's surface-to-ship capabilities. Fine work, Trigger.
Units remaining. Target destroyed.
The ranks are thinning.
At last, the light at the end of the tunnel. Continue with your mission.
Let the LRSSC take care of the enemy aircraft.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
Another enemy aircraft approaching our ship. Shot down the SU-34 approaching the fleet. We owe you one.
Captain, they're ready to take off, sir. They're prepared to sacrifice their lives to carry the cargo. Beautiful. Captain. Mines are about to be snuffed out of this cruelty. How many must we sacrifice to put them to rest?
Captain, it's 3 strikes and his crew. They've tied down the enemy birds.
Our men just might make it through.
Pacific Panthers charged.
Great.
Target in sight. Main gun, manned and ready.
Stay in formation.
Stall warning.
Strider 3, get that enemy off your ass!
Bandit in my sights. Missile, evading!
Splashed. 1 minute remaining.
They're not retreating. That submarine must mean the world to them. Punch 2! This one's mine.
Missile launched. Strider 1, watch your tail.
Nice kill!
Strider 1, warning, missile! Alicorn, give you copy. You cannot stop the approaching enemy landing ship. Scuttle and solve immediately. As of now, this boat no longer belongs to the Erusian military. What do you say? Don't you see?
Puffin, this is Longcaster. Enemy's resistance is dwindling and we've almost secured air superiority.
Copy. Commencing capture operation.
The rest is all yours, Captain. Now I can finally have my sausage rolls.
That's the kind of food you eat up there?
Of course, anything other than finger food would get in the way of my duties.
That clearly wasn't what she meant. Took longer than I expected. I'll be leaving now. You take command from here on.
Well done, pilot.
Then slow ahead both engines.
Are you sure? Landing ship Puffin to all active units. Enemy submarine has started moving.
Commence firing. Main guns commence fire.
Bearing 180, cruising at 5 knots. Movement on the deck. It's their aircraft.
Alicorn fired on her with the railguns. The landing ship's on fire. It's gonna sink.
Confirming launch of submarine-based aircraft. 4 bird. It appears one of them is carrying a cruise missile.
What?
What in the world?
What happened?
Listen, you need to take that bird down. Hurry!
Patch me in. Do you hear me? David North here. There's a possibility the cruise missile is a WMD.
Shit! Hey, what about the submarine?
We've gotta help our ship first.
Don't lose them. Shoot them down.
Shit! Open vents. Fill all ballast tanks. Full speed ahead once we're underway.
Trigger's caught up to them.
Scrap them, Trigger!
Enemy submarine is going under.
Shit!
That monster will roam the oceans.
20,000 meters until the aircraft exits the AO.
Keep my word. This bird has the means to end this hideous war in a definitive and elegant manner. We seek no conflict, but the restoration of balance and judgment. Yeah.
Target's destruction confirmed.
Seems he was down by 3 strikes. The damn bastard ruined it. Captain, don't you see? He walked all over it with his dirty boots, over the crisp white sheets of my bed that I had just made. Let's have him assist in the next plan. It'll make a fine sideshow for our scheme to kill 1 million people. Or was it the plan to save 10 million lives, Command Duty Officer?
go. Do it with a bang.
Understood. Shit.
The operation has been completed. Stand by for further orders.
Hold on. We still don't know who those bats were. Why were they after Trigger? They were using OCS radio frequency. You mean they're on our side?
Impossible. They didn't respond to our IFF. Or maybe they were there to settle a personal score. There's nothing unusual about being shot in the back by an ally.
Guess it might have been that way where we came from, but you know what I'm saying, Trigger?
Everyone, here's a question.
That's enough. Remove him from the call.
Wait, don't hang up on me yet. How did they know that we had intelligence on their weapons of mass destruction? They never would have taken such actions if they didn't know.
They have a spy.
Better to be suspicious than not, I suppose.
At the very least, we'll have to assume from here on out that they know everything that we do.
Another question, Alex. Captain Mateus Torres, the captain of the Alicorn. What is his goal?
There are 21 likely targets. The number of main routes
Wrong.
to the targets is 2,405.
You're being too logical.
Want me to define main?
Alex, can you be more sensory?
What do you mean?
Make me a collage of Torres' quotes. Work freely. Keep my hypothesis in mind.
Life taken by cheap kills of forward projectional sea power.
No good.
No good.
Alex. All right, let's go on. Try to be a little more sensuous.
Monstrous, 16,752. And salvation of passivity.
Okay.
Vulgarity of 6 per minute of forward security.
Good.
Will of nuclear retaliation on death. 160 millimeter guidance where massacre is placed by mass planning.
More logically.
Salvation of 10 million. An elegant massacre upon the Cage continents.
Stop. That's correct, or is it?
David, I've built a model of Captain Torres and 3 strikes. Based on your hypothesis and mission parameters
from the past, I ran a precision combat simulation. But it failed.
Bummer. Why didn't it work?
Reasons in sensuous order are: 1. Your hypothesis is trash. 2. The parameters you gave me are trash.
Did I do something to tick you off?
3. Captain Torres is a singularity.
So the values diverge. But what about this one? 4. 3 strikes is a singularity.
That's outside the confidence interval. The possibility that it's 1, 2, or 3 is 99%.
What?
Significance is high.
Try this. This is 3 strikes data before he's assigned to the LRSSG.
The Erusian military is gathering its remaining naval forces at Anchorhead Bay. Apparently, they're even bringing in ships from the Mothball fleet. This is probably to reinforce their naval power in preparation for the showdown in Farbanti. We've received intel that the Alicorn will also be joining them.
From which source, Brigadier General? There's a possibility the Alicorn's former crew have been tasked with sabotage.
Your job is to analyze the enemy's weaponry. From now on, speak only when authorized. I don't hear a response.
May I be authorized to speak first, sir?
When we're done, I'll be talking to your superiors. Here's your mission. LRSSG is to raid Anchorhead, carry out airstrikes on Anchor Bay to the north and Dockyuk Bay to the south, inflicting all possible damage. If we can strip the port of its naval functions, we can also prevent the submarine from joining forces.
The area around Anchorhead is Erusian territory. To delay hostile detection, you will sortie in small numbers and make your way in at super low altitudes.
Small sortie. Who's going?
Count, Lanza, Hujan, and Trigger. 4 aircraft from Strider Squadron will be deployed.
Well, all right, I got this.
To cover our lack of numbers, we're giving you plenty of opportunities to resupply. Look here, we've set up multiple return lines. Make full use of them to resupply and change armaments. Also note that the enemy will not be able to mount a defense immediately after detecting them. Use this window to destroy high-threat targets. That should make things much easier for you.
It should also raise the survival rate.
Survival rate, huh?
The element of surprise and resupplying are the key. Beyond that, I just need a couple of pilots who will stick to my orders. We don't need an ace to succeed. Got anything to say? Good.
Brigadier General.
That is all.
David, go on.
Let me share the career of Mateus Torres, captain of the submarine Alicorn. Does anyone know how his people hailed him?
A bit unfair to provide us with next to no hints, don't you think?
Fair enough. The hero of Cumberth Harbor is the answer. He was a captain of the battleship Tanager at the time of the Continental War. It led Aegir Fleet, the Invincible Armada. But when the fleet was destroyed at Cumberth Harbor, so was his ship.
Yet, he's the hero?
He was able to bring most of his crew home with accurate damage control and precise evacuation orders. Then there's the accident with the Alicorn. Many believe that if they stay with him, they'll live. Transfer from surface to underwater is unusual. However, considering his skill and reputation, along with the fact that the Alicorn is no ordinary submarine, it all makes sense.
It'll be a difficult mission to carry out with 4 aircraft. Still, I'd like to add one more to the mission conditions.
What, you want to make it even harder?
I want 100% survival rate for the sortie. Any other number and the mission will be considered a failure.
Strider Squadron, proceed to runway. Sortie ASAP.
I can almost touch the water.
Altitude restriction lifted. Begin up.
The food at this party served buffet style. Pick whatever dish you like before the host mounts a resistance.
Wilco, I'll eat their hearts out.
Sorry, Trigger, but the juicy targets are all mine.
Emergency! 4 bogeys! ETA 2 minutes!
They're already here. Damage report.
Strata 1, target acquired.
They lined up nicely. Well, not for long.
Find the commander.
Strata 1, anti-ship missile away.
Situation report.
Nice, Trigger. There's no enemy movement yet.
Gobble up all the high-value targets. Forget about your manners.
Never had any of those to begin with.
Had to stay behind last time. This is gonna be a walk in the park. It's a good warm-up to get back in the game.
So,
Brigadier General Clemens, about 3 strikes. You sure we'll get a positive result this time? Yes, Lieutenant General Shepard. Operation Dominoes is going as planned. What's happening? Status report, anyone!
It's launched.
It's been destroyed.
AA defense system was destroyed before it was activated. This'll make things easier later. Target acquired.
Not a drill! I repeat, not a drill!
Resistance from enemy air defense is confirmed. Keep on dining. Just don't pay for it.
righto!
Begin firing SAM! They think they've already won. Now's our chance.
Now time for a counterstrike. I should have brought my air-to-ground missiles.
A bomb would work fine. You'll wipe them out with one hit.
Fighters up there!
Enemy's got a lock!
Clear out the port immediately! We're sitting duck!
If we can get him here, we'll be able to save a lot of boys in Farbanti.
Okay.
Attack hit on Aegis vessel Quito. Ship destroyed.
Got a good aim, Hunter.
Can't resist hogging the spotlight. Dibs on the next one.
Trigger, don't push your luck on a damaged aircraft. Get on the return line if you need to. 30% of observed enemy forces destroyed.
Great! Keep it up!
We ain't done eating yet. Ain't that right, Trigger?
Sir, there's a few of them. They've done damage to the port and ship.
Command won't accept this report. Do whatever it takes to shoot them down.
Trigger, get on the return line if you need to. There's no need to wait until you've emptied your weapons bag.
Why is the enemy taking so little damage? You could drop a bomb blind and hit something. Strider 1's down!
I can almost touch the water.
Altitude restriction lifted. Begin up.
The food at this party served buffet style.
I can almost touch the water.
Altitude restriction lifted. Begin up.
The food at this party served buffet style. Pick whatever dish you like before the host mounts a resistance.
Wilco, I'll eat their hearts out.
Sorry, Trigger, but the juicy targets are all mine.
Emergency! 4 bogeys! ETA 2 minutes!
They're already here. It's a sneak attack. What's going on here?
If we let them go, they'll be on our asses later. So don't hold back.
Where's the attack coming from?
Nice, Trigger. There's no enemy movement yet.
Gobble up all the high-value targets. Forget about your manners.
Never had any of those to begin with.
Had to stay behind last time. This is gonna be a walk in the park. It's a good warm-up to get back in the game.
AA defense system was destroyed before it was activated. This'll make things easier later.
I see 3 strikes on Brigadier General Clemens, about 3 strikes. You sure we'll get a positive result this time? Yes, Lieutenant General Shepard. Operation Dominoes is going as planned.
Strider 1, missile launched.
So, which one looks the hardest to chew?
Anti-ship missile away. Strider 1, enemy vessel destroyed. Target is
Clear out
hit.
the port immediately! We're sitting ducks! Watch two!
Resistance from enemy air defense is confirmed. Keep on dining. Just don't pay for it.
Righto!
Begin firing SAM! Fools! They think they've already won. Now's our chance. Now time for a counterstrike.
Should have brought my air-to-ground missiles.
A bomb would work fine. You'll wipe them out with one hit. Enemy's got a lock.
There's nowhere to run inside the bay!
The enemy seems to have made their way in at super low altitude.
Attack hit on Aegis vessel Kido. Ship destroyed.
I've got a big game hunter.
You can't resist hogging the spotlight. Dibs on the next one.
Sir, there's a few of them. They've done damage to the port and ship.
Command won't accept this report. Do whatever it takes to shoot them down.
Trigger, get on the return line if you need to. There's no need to wait until you've emptied your weapons bay. 30% of observed enemy forces destroyed.
Great. Keep it up.
We ain't done eating yet. Ain't that right, Trigger? Should have brought anti-ship.
Have our ships have either been sunk or stalled. Somebody do something about those bastards up there! Counterattack, no! Why has the enemy taken so little damage? To drop a bomb blind, you hit something. Prioritize high-threat targets and groups of hostiles. Be generous with your special weaponry as well. How many ships in port are still operational? Can't do assess damage, but likely less than half. Notice this. They'll fill the port with scrap metal at this range.
How many are there? Like 1,000 enemies against the 4 of us? Probably need to multiply that by 10. That's fine by me.
Low altitude approaches.
Lieutenant General Shepard, we have a status report. 50% of the enemy forces have been neutralized. That's mostly the work of 3 strikes. He suggests an operation that doesn't rely on our ace pipeline. We don't have many on board, unless you can convince them that we don't need 3 strikes. Yes, sir. This is Tucker 04, requesting airstrike on the helicopter carrying our target. Target is Vice Chief of Naval Ops, Rear Admiral Samuel Prynn, sending coordinates.
To shut him up.
All aircraft, we've data linked the intel we've received from our recon team. If you have a visual on the target, shoot it down. All hostile ships in the vicinity have been destroyed.
Awesome. Keep it up, Trigger.
Target confirmed down. Samuel Prynn gone. Elusia's naval stratagem will lose its edge. Lost contact with the second platoon.
Going for another attack.
They're gone. That means we have less than half our forces left.
Radio chatter in that area has quieted down. Try a different location, Trigger. It looks like there are delicacies on other tables as well.
Lanza has the southern port to himself. Don't think he can go it alone.
Trigger, let's go!
Strider 1, this is Control Tower. Make your landing check. Too fast. Lower airspeed. Bank left. Lower your nose. You're too high. You're past the guidance limit. Make a visual landing. Strider 1, this is Control Tower. The runway is clear?
All right. We've wiped out most of their forces in the urban area. I'm actually getting used to flying like
ships
Trigger.
moving. Trigger, let's go for those.
There's no need to go through the whole menu. Focus on the juicier targets.
Roger that. Here we go, Trigger.
This is Shepard. Seems 3 Strikes is showing a stellar performance. Osea has much need of him. That is the unanimous conclusion of those in this room, Brigadier General. Certainly not the result I predicted.
I'm sorry, sir. Came in for a picnic and found ourselves in a marathon. I thought you said this was going to be a walk in the park?
You take walks to, well, walk. But a picnic, you have to eat.
You don't have to tell me which you prefer. It's a shipyard over there.
This port is home to multiple enemy fleets. Probably too much for Lance's poor stomach.
Damn straight. Trigger, count. Lend me a hand, will ya?
That's a lot of ships lost. We're gonna make a fortune once the war's over.
Quite a few of them.
Wipe stock and salvage companies while you can.
4 MiG-31s approaching. They're fast. These guys are interceptors. 310, altitude 2,000.
Right time until the rear catches up. Stay back. You're not equipped for air to air. Missile machine gun. Engaging.
Confirming additional hostile ground forces.
You can't see your white flags from up here. Don't let your guard down, guys. 100% survival rate. Let's go.
Yeah, we're all going home together.
You're mine. Focus on evading. Buy as much time as possible. Evade. Do it now. Vehicle 2 and 5, follow me. You're the ones who take the kill.
Missile away.
Sorry, guys, but your cruise has been canceled.
Target is down. Bandits coming from the northwest. They're in large numbers. 8 Su-37s.
Warfighters exiting at super low altitudes for bearing 015. We have a report that 3 strikes was among them. We have no further intel. Sorry, we couldn't contact the port.
Roger that. Leave the rest to us. Ask Squadron, EL Squadron, clear to engage. Any target information? Lost control. Returning to base. I've heard about it. These always have aircraft problems when 3 Strikes is around. No joke. I lost control.
This is Tucker 04 requesting airstrike. Send me coordinates.
Already bought us time. Don't waste it.
All aircraft, your performance is disappointing. Pick it up. The attack will fail.
Damn it! Where are reinforcements?
Locked on. This
We are the reinforcements.
Strider 1, missile away.
Aegis ashore was hit. It went offline. That aircraft evaded all that anti-air fire? You have to be kidding me!
Hostile ships approaching from the southeast. It's a large fleet with Aegis vessel Metis and battleship Dysnomia numbering among them.
We have to fight a pristine fleet? After all that?
Let's do this.
Bridge to CIC. Multiple smoke plumes from the port.
If it weren't for the bad weather, we would have been caught there. Prepare for anti-air combat.
Weapon drone has reached the target.
Captain, we're starting the guided artillery fire drill.
Command duty officer. What do you think will turn a drill into a real war? You don't see it, do you? It's imagination. So use your imagination, my fellow submariners. A single shell will save 10 million lives.
Begin drill. Ready for anti-air combat.
Target acquired.
Push it! Missile inbound!
I'm gonna hit it with like 3 strikes. Door 2, stay with me. Roger that.
Strider 1, missile launched.
Alright, and I'm back.
Strider 1, warship sunk.
This one's for our brothers in the fleet.
Strider 1, anti-ship missile launched.
Enemy has a lock.
Aegis vessel Metis destroyed.
Respond! Minutes, please respond!
The helicopter designated by the recon team has exited the combat zone.
Trigger just sank a battleship.
Battleship Dysnomia is crippled. Navigation is disabled.
That ship's heavily armored. How could that be?
Additional UAVs on radar.
Pretty shabby for a reinforcement.
Stay sharp. There's something amiss.
Taking on this much naval power is an astonishing feat.
Imagine if they ever reach Formonti.
But they never will. Not bad for a day's work.
Target designated by Tucker 04 exited the combat zone. this much naval power is an astonishing feat. Warning, incoming high-speed projectile.
Projectile? It's the terminal guidance. Get away from that UAV. What do you mean?
Contact imminent.
Salvation.
Impact of the UAV's coordinates.
Shit, I'm hit!
What? What happened?
More on the way.
What in the world?
You alright?
Fighter incoming. Distance 50,000. It's adjusting its course.
Trigger, get away from it!
Contact imminent.
Trigger, you hanging in there? Picture it. Salvation. The death of a million is a necessity.
Analysis shows the projectile was a railgun shell. We're currently determining the launch site.
They're shooting from beyond the horizon. That's why they need a UAV for terminal guidance.
We'll data link the predicted explosion radius from now on.
Damn it, you're telling me to leave my teammates behind?
Lucian, head back. I want that 100% survival rating.
Roger that. I'm pulling out.
We got the rest covered.
I'm counting on.
Strider 1, this is... Strider 1, this is Control Tower. The runway is clear?
I'm counting on you.
Strider 1, missile!
Missile closing!
Enemy has a lock on you. Target acquired. Strider 1, target destroyed.
Bandit in my sights. Fox 2!
Projectile exploded in the distance. Must be a failsafe.
Bingo! Looks like we found a solution.
Alright, all aircraft, follow Trigger's example if you can.
Hell, that's easy for you to say. Target has been destroyed.
Strider 1, bandit on your tail. Strider 1, missile launched.
Tucker 04 to Lancaster. We need you to attack the designated heli. Missile closing! Imagine.
Strider 1, missile launched. Railgun shell lost its target. Bandit behind you. Bandit down.
This must be that 3 strike guy running across what I'm talking about.
Maintain course to return from resupply.
Strider 1, this is... Strider 1, this is Control.
Missile inbound, missile inbound. Strider 1, watch your tail.
I'm on his rear.
Strider 1, missile away. The shell exploded. It's off the grid. Fox 2.
Deliverance.
Maintain course to return for resupply.
Break it, break it, break it.
All SU-37s have been destroyed.
Those guys were well trained. Would have been tough if we let them hound us.
Strider 1, locked on target. Missile launched.
Good. We've reduced enough of the enemy forces. Job well done.
That prime rib and truffle soup sure were good. But hold on, lunchtime's not over yet. Go grab some desserts.
I knew you'd say that.
Detecting shell in flight. 10 seconds to contact. Detecting enemy air reinforcements on radar.
4 aircraft destroyed the entire
officer has fled the combat zone.
Fox 2!
Missile launched. Missile inbound. Missile inbound.
Hostile has a lock! Missile evading!
Strider 1. Missile launched.
Target destroyed.
1 minute remaining.
Valkyrie, this is coordinated. Package X already waiting. Down 2.
Missile launched.
Also, there's more going around in the area. 3 strikes in this kind of not in the 3 strikes. Relax the clouds. Imagine they're just about to be killed. Why am I going to be killed, you ask? Because they wanted to steal from you. That's not that you can burn you to cut you apart. It was for your sins, your actions, and your vengeance. There has to be a reason. 3 strikes has found that. I do. You see, Commanding Officer. You don't, do you?
Projectile detected. 10 seconds to contact. The helicopter designated by the recon team has exited the combat zone. Impact, now!
Never felt so cramped in the sky. Well done. You managed to hit the Erusian Navy's fleet and command structure pretty hard. That was definitely a free lunch if there ever was one. Mission complete. Return to base. Withdraw from the operation airspace. You completed the mission, but it's not done until you return home.
Arrogant bastard. Stand by. Warning. 2 bogies inbound. Bearing 090. SU-47s.
Lanza! Missile! Behind you! Lanza!
Strider 3 is hit.
Good. Now we have less goons to deal with. Do it, Scream! That's those damn bats! Engage to let Strider 3 escape. We're calling off the withdrawal. Both of you, watch out for their missiles. The missile alert didn't go off in time. It hit me as soon as I heard it.
It may be that the enemy's missiles have stealth capabilities. Their missiles may hit you immediately after your missile alert goes off.
So that's the trick. Calling out to unidentified aircraft. Cease combat immediately and withdraw. What the?
Brigadier General Clemens is radioing enemy aircraft on Ocean channels.
Too late. Trigger's already started. I repeat, withdraw. Don't let anyone think you'll be screwed up. 3 strikes is going down. Responding. Goddamn idiot.
You call me an idiot again, I'll kill you.
You siblings can go to hell together. Brother and sister?
Locked on. I'll give him busy.
Good, you're on their 6. It's 2 on 2, Trigger. We can't lose.
Sorry, Boris, but you don't count. It's 2 on 1.
Who are you calling a wuss? Completely focused on taking you down.
Warning, enemy has a bead on you.
Keep firing. Fire!
Gotcha.
The bats seem to enhance their ECM capabilities.
Righto. I'm trying to make you chase one so the other can get on your ass. Behind the enemy.
Shit.
This man's gonna take down Trigger.
Better stop acting tough, so I'm gonna die real fast.
Go on and try it. Trigger, fly however you want. Right after me. Right there with you, I promise.
Target acquired.
The next round is ready to fire. Fire!
Strider 1, missile launched.
Scream! Damn it! You'll pay for this 3 strikes!
Only 1 left. Run them down together. But the death blow will be from you, Trigger.
I'll kill him! I'll kill him, alright!
Enemy shell detected. 10 seconds to contact. There may only be 1 left. Don't let your guard down.
Let's finish this once and for all, Trigger.
I'll kill you! I'll kill you! I'll kill you!
You psycho.
You'll pay for this 3 strikes!
just get to you.
Don't let the enemy's emotions make you lose your cool.
I don't pity him, not one bit.
Enemy shell detected. 10 seconds to contact. Target hit.
How dare you!
Contact imminent.
She was my one and only! What makes you a hero? We tried to be heroes too. We really tried.
No hesitation, Trigger. Much worse than this.
Projectile detected. 10 seconds to contact.
I got him, Scream!
That's those damn bats. Engaged to let Strider 3 escape. We're calling off the withdrawal. Both of you, watch out for their missiles. The missile alert didn't go off in time. It hit me as soon as I heard it.
It may be that the enemy's missiles have stealth capabilities. Their missiles may hit you immediately after your missile alert goes off.
So that's the trick. Calling out to unidentified aircraft. Cease combat immediately and withdraw. What the?
Brigadier General Clemens is radioing enemy aircraft on Ocean channels.
Too late. Trigger's already started. I repeat, withdraw.
Don't want anyone thinking we screwed up. 3 strikes is going down.
They're responding. You goddamn idiots.
You call me an idiot again, I'll kill you!
Siblings can go to hell together. Brother and sister?
Come on, 3 strikes. You've got a hot chick right in front of you.
Good, you're on their 6. It's 2 on 2, Trigger. We can't lose.
Sorry, Wuss, but you don't count. It's 2 on 1.
What are you calling a wuss?
You heard us, 3 strikes. We're here to take you down.
The bats seem to have enhanced their ECM capabilities.
Righto. They're trying to make you chase one so the other can get on your ass.
Our reputation will soar once you're finished.
Contact imminent. Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Fire again! Fire!
Enemy shell detected. 10 seconds to contact. Strider 1 has splashed a drone. The shell exploded. It's off the grid.
I'll get him, Sissy.
Strider 1, locked on target.
PMC, are you? That's why you got connections with the Ocean military.
You'll have to shoot us out of the sky if you want the answer.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Mage, you take him out. Scream! Damn it! You'll pay for this, 3 strikes!
Only one left. We run them down together. But the death blow will be from you, Trigger.
I'll kill him, all right.
Don't let the enemy's emotions make you lose your cool.
I don't pity him, not one bit.
Marker drone down. Railgun shell lost its target.
I'll kill you!
Strider 1 splashed a drone.
I'll kill you! I'll kill you!
You psycho.
I'll kill you! You'll pay for this, 3 strikes!
He's definitely lost his mind.
There may only be one left. Don't let your guard down.
Let's finish this once and for all, Trigger.
How dare you!
That's a hit. We got the bat.
Take that, asshole! Scream! 3 strikes! It's just as I imagined. No matter what we do, this is how we end. But know this, 3 strikes. I'd rather go to hell than live in a world shaped by you. So yeah, we'll be heading there now.
Call warning.
Unidentified aircraft, eject. Eject now.
I gotta catch up to her.
The bat's blip has disappeared from our radar. At that altitude, it likely has crashed.
Serves them right. Yes. The problem has been eliminated. Pitch angle at +2 degrees.
Meet us at the drop-off point. 3 strikes has removed all straggler Erusian forces. That did make for a good sideshow.
I have no doubt that the plan to save 10 million lives will lead Erusia to true victory.
Stop thinking so small. It's salvation on a far grander scale.
I can almost touch the water.
Altitude restriction lifted. Begin.
Fusion, no, stop it! Hey, chill.
Fusion, stand down! Sit!
Shit, my cola.
The fleet at Anchorhead was eliminated, and we prevented the submarine from joining forces. The unidentified aircraft were shot down too. The mission was a complete success.
Complete success, my ass.
Brigadier General, it sure seemed to me like the bats knew you pretty damn well.
You seem to be confused. Report in for a medical check. We'll decide if you're still fit for service based on the examinations.
Cut it!
That's enough! Get the MP!
He's right. Get the MP.
Vice Chairman Edwards of the Joint Chiefs of Staff?
The Alicorn slipped into Anchorhead Bay after the mission was completed, using the confusion for cover. It resupplied quickly and escaped unharmed. Their goal was not to join forces. It was to resupply using the window we created by chasing away the Erusian forces. We did their bidding, albeit unknowingly. But the problem runs deeper than our lack of tactical acumen. Analyst North, explain for us.
Of the crew caught in the submarine accident, 330 men made it back alive. Of them, 300 are still in the sub today. Our intel has led us to believe that some or all of the 30 men who left the sub are now working as agents for the Alicorn. Sabotage, espionage, cyber propaganda, dissemination of false intel. Brigadier General, do you recognize the name Edgar Saxon, or Zool, as he used to go by? He is a former member of the Alicorn's crew, and your source of intel.
You are a fool, Brigadier General Clemens. Not only that, the radio communications during the mission suggest you are a traitor.
Sir, if you check with Lieutenant General Shepard, you'll understand that this is all just a misunderstanding.
The Lieutenant General claims you were responsible for handling all aspects of the mission. Now, let me say that again. Get the MP.
No need for that. Piece of shit.
We've acquired important intel from the mission. For example, the shells from long-range anti-air fire came in on depressed trajectories. Look, the estimated energy output of the railgun is 500 megajoules at least. Fired at minimum energy trajectory, range is over 3,000. They hit a powerful rail cannon aside from their main guns.
It's almost like Stonehenge.
A mobile Stonehenge.
And also, this. The Alicorn was in harbor at Anchorhead for approximately 10 minutes. They couldn't have loaded SLBMs. They loaded something smaller.
Smaller?
What is smaller and yet a powerful weapon?
Tactical nukes.
Close. The answer is tactical nuclear shells.
Nuclear shells?
No way.
Hey, he got that question right.
Nah, I missed the shell part.
Quiet.
They'll likely attack our bases on the East Coast.
Their target's ORED, the Ocean capital.
They want a nuclear war?
Here's a question. What's a situation where nuclear deterrence doesn't work?
Quiz guy, I've had enough of this.
Oh, only if terrorists have the nukes.
Correct.
Damn, Scald.
Hey, I'm good at trivia games.
But we're after an Erusian submarine, not terrorists.
No, he's right. HQ tells me Erusia's justification is that the Alicorn mutinied. As such, the Erusian military cannot be held responsible for the submarine's actions.
Damn.
So they intend on dropping a nuke on the Ocean capital of ORED.
Here's a question for you, analyst. Just exactly who are we fighting?
Correct term is terrorist, or irregular military, but I have a different name for them. An enemy to be stopped at all costs.
Correct.
Some individuals are exempt from rules that should apply to everyone. A hero is suddenly a risk factor the moment the war is over. So you murder him. Crude, but effective. In reality, they've no need for living heroes, just dead ones. Here's a question, Alex. Can we stop Captain Mateus Torres?
Depends on if you treat the captain or 3 strikes as a singularity.
Both are. What happens when 2 singularities exist on the same field?
That requires 7 months calculation with current resources.
We'll just have to trust the guys in the field.
David, evacuate.
No, I still have to finish up here. The Erusian military finally sent part of the Alicorn specs. Its basic capabilities listed here were as we predicted. What's interesting is this over here. In addition to main guns, they have a 600mm 128 caliber rail cannon. The barrel exceeds 70 meters. Its range is over 3,000 kilometers. That matches what we calculated from the bombardment on Anchorhead Bay. The mini nuke they seem to have obtained has a yield of 1 kiloton. It'll destroy anything within a 400-meter radius of ground zero. Casualties are to be in the tens of thousands.
I know some things are better left unsaid, but let me say it. That's less damage than I expected.
Nice catch. Do you remember this speech?
This vote has the means to end this hideous war in a definitive and elegant manner. The world shall be horrified by the number of lives we will take. Only then will they let go of their weapons. Weapons that would have taken the lives of 10 million.
The imagery invoked by those words and the actual predicted damage just don't match.
So, here's a question.
Sorry, got no quizzes for you today. They will launch the nuke on September 19th,
Why are you so sure?
because that's the anniversary of the end of the Continental War. Anti-war demonstrations and victory parades are in full swing in ORED. There's about 1 million participants in total. That number will rise on the anniversary. However, this nuke isn't that powerful. They'd have to thread through the eye of a needle to achieve their desired result.
Terminal guidance would be needed.
Right. How do they intend to achieve it when even GPS won't work?
You're all thinking too much. If we sink the submarine, it's problem solved.
Crude, but effective.
Crude?
All right, look at this. The Alicorn's expected course. We know it was off Anchorhead Bay, and it has to get to ORED within range before September 19th. They must avoid being detected by OSEA, its allies' sound surveillance system, and ships. Taking into account its maximum operating depth, this is the only possible route. The Alicorn will move along the Azalea Seamount chain and reach a rather blandly named body of water called PX-8443. The waters here are shallow due to an undersea mountain range and nearby islands. This is where it'll be. We also know roughly when they'll arrive in the area.
Quite the prediction you have.
Indeed, but if it makes it through, then you're looking at Peony Trench. The sub's max operating depth is 600 meters. Tracking it would be impossible.
Right. Now I'm going to give you the mission details, so listen up. Our mission is to cooperate with the patrol aircraft to find the Alicorn. In the first phase of the mission, multiple patrol aircraft will drop sono buoys to build a sono buoy barrier. Then, in the second phase, we narrow down the possible location of the Alicorn by analyzing the data obtained from the sono buoys. The results of our analysis will be data linked and shown on an overlay on your radars. And for the final phase, Trigger, you're gonna look for the submarine. We acquired one special MAD, a magnetic anomaly detector, for this. It'll be on Trigger's plane. Fly over where we expect the Alicorn might be. If the submarine is right beneath you, your MAD will detect it. You'll also have nautical charts on your radars, so use them. Once it's found, our fleet will commence a unified attack with ass rocks and sink it.
And if we miss?
4 ships will be joining the operation. There won't be a second salvo.
So who's flying, Wiseman?
Everyone except myself. Oh. This is in order. Now get your fat asses moving.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
time for some treasure hunt, Trigger. Oh boy, I'm excited.
Hey, stop screwing around.
Don't be such a hothead, Hushin. We all know what'll happen if we screw up.
Patrol Aircraft Sector 1. We'll deploy the Southern Buoy Barrier. We're all prepared to buy the farm, and that's why there's so many of us. According to calculations, just one needs to fly to locate it.
Those aren't the sort of calculations we like, are they, Trigger?
Damn right. Same for the rest of us, too.
They're here as predicted. Detecting hostiles. They're definitely aircraft from the Alicorn.
Trigger, you take the lead. The patrol aircraft must be protected. All aircraft, follow Trigger.
Wilco.
Understood. Understood.
Roger.
Understood.
3 strikes, rebels in the killing. Catch him while he's at it. Go! Rip the wings off that degenerate!
Strider 2 engaging. Strider 3 engaging. Cyclops 2 engaging. It must have been waiting for us in the air.
Cyclops 4, engaging. Here's a question. How many aircraft can the Alicorn carry?
20 to 30, depending on the type of aircraft, but it's unconfirmed intel. Could be more. With 3 strikes, you could reduce them to a single digit.
Reduce them even more.
Not sure it's because of Trigger, but those are calculations I do like.
Know the answer soon enough. Come on, find that stuff for us.
We're detecting additional UAVs. Intercept them.
So there were more hiding.
Trigger, can you get him?
Can't take them. On my target too.
Strider 1, missile launched.
Enemy has a lock.
Target hit.
Submarines underwater. They're using pilots as sacrificial lambs, just like with their UAVs.
Okay, Fox 2. Nice shot. Alert. Striking.
Fox 2.
Attacking from directly behind the enemy.
Sit tight. Our air patrol and the LRSSG will find them.
I'm taking fire. Got us. We're full out of the side.
Target shot down.
Our ghost pal's in a tight spot.
Debris from the downed aircraft is landing in the water. Oh yeah, way to come through.
So what if the calculations say we only need one of them? There are people aboard those planes.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure it doesn't come to that.
Was that 3 strikes? A tank's right behind my target. Do you have a moment?
What's up?
2 groups of demonstrators have clashed. People are running away. I see lots of signs held up. There are even banners flying in the air. They're advertising drones.
What? You're an ORED?
Oh yeah, I live here. I haven't saw the patrol guy in the street either.
I meant, why aren't you running?
Hey, you guys aren't running, are you?
Damn right.
Trigger won't be able to defend them all.
Running? Wait, running? Yes, those drones are running away.
What do you mean?
I'll call you back. Alex, I need you to check something. We've lost the tackle!
Shit! Hold on tight, guys.
45% of sonar is dropped. Landed on my stick. I can't get him off.
Strider 1, missile away.
Firing everything we've got as soon as we find that sub. We've only got one chance.
Enemy missile inbound. Prepare for impact.
Our patrol aircraft are in trouble.
Fox 2.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
Attack disconnect. 3, enemy has a lock.
Now open this guy up.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Prioritizing the ones close to the patrol aircraft.
Hostile confirmed down. Told you so. 3 strikes got her back.
Trigger, the other guys are standing their ground, but in the end, it comes down to you. Do us proud.
70% of sonar buoys dropped.
Just a little more.
All aircraft be advised. Our radars picked up new hostiles.
We're searching over a wide area. We're gonna need quite a bit of the water where you came from. Adios, buddy. Okay, Fox 2. Vector 2, you've been attacked by hostiles. We're their escort. Seal them with your bodies. We've been hit by a missile. More incoming!
Our patrol aircraft are under attack.
We've lost the tackle!
Protect Spectre!
We're damaged. The hostiles are coming after us. Spectre's in trouble. Recover them. Got him! We're full on the side. We're under control. Mayday, mayday, mayday!
Patrol down. Protect the remaining aircraft.
No more on my watch. Situation normal. Should we clear the baffles, Captain?
They won't chase by sea. Pursuers will be airborne.
95% of sonar is dropped. Our job, I'm in trouble. I've lost control!
We lost a patrol aircraft. Only 2 remaining.
According to my calculations, we can still do this. Enemy's locked on.
Stop relying on calculations. Shit.
No problem.
They must be very frustrated right now. It's nearly impossible to find us in these open seas.
Come if you dare. 3 strikes.
Confirming new hostiles.
Being attacked by hostiles. Enemy missile inbound. Prepare for impact. Hey, I owe ya.
Strider 1, missile launched.
This one's mine.
UAV down.
Strider 1, bandit splashed.
We've lost the tackle!
There's a beat on you.
Don't be afraid. I know it's right. Enemy sighted. Missile inbound. Be ready.
Strider 1, missile launched.
We're good. Sonar have enough battery life. All syllables dropped. Barrier complete. Analysis complete. Alicorn navigable zone.
Roger that. Displaying the search area on your radar map. The Alicorn's somewhere inside that ring. Activating the MAD. Do you see the waveform indicator above your HUD? Fly over the search area and look for a location that induces a change in the waveform.
We're treasure hunting for real, huh?
All aircraft except Trigger. You're on contingent combat air patrol. The MAD won't function at high speeds. Fly slower than 800 kilometers an hour.
Come on, Sharky. Where are ya?
Okay, Trigger. Your MAD's getting something. The waveform on your HUD should have peaked. Turn and fly in the direction where the waveform peaks.
The submarine may be huge, but it's still gonna be like looking for a needle in a haystack. How did that huge thing hide from us all this time?
MAD showing a stronger reaction. The Alicorn must be near.
You've set the hook. Now you just have to reel it in.
Picking up a magnetic signature. Signature lost. I'm seeing strong noise in the MAD signal.
Shit. They predicted that we'd use the MAD. Seems like this is our contingency. They know it's the source of the noise in the ocean surface. It's likely similar to a buoy.
I don't have a window, so I don't know about buoys, but I'm detecting strong radio sources.
Correct. That's it.
Sending the location of the jamming devices. Destroy them.
Trigger, let's destroy the jamming buoys. These jammers must have been deployed beforehand. They predicted our moves.
But we'll go beyond their expectations.
What the? A huge explosion just went off underwater. Explosions in control aircraft. What's happening underwater? Underwater listening is impossible. We're only hearing explosion echoes. The Alicorn will use the noise recover and head out at full speed.
Destroy the jamming buoys before the enemy submarine escapes.
Full speed ahead. Aye, sir. Don't let him get away. Jamming buoy destroyed. Damn it. Sector, I need you to determine the sub-location again as soon as the noise dies down.
Can we make it?
Keep it up.
The last jamming buoy has been destroyed.
How'd it go?
Wait for the sonar buoys to respond.
God damn it.
Collecting intel about the enemy submarine.
Hey, you okay?
Analysis done. Data linking.
Its location is moved. Trigger, I'm sending you the search area. Don't let it get away.
The Alicorn has almost reached the trench. Time's running out.
Hurry.
It's okay. Trigger's already on the hunt.
Confirming more hostile UAVs. They just launched from the Alicorn.
We can launch them underwater?
If you can splash even one, it'll be that much easier for Trigger. Strider, Cyclops, we don't have much time left. Don't you worry. Trigger will find it.
Trigger's given me so much cover and I still... Shit, I'm just pathetic.
Double time it, Trigger. Count on it. Think we can find it? This is pretty tough.
Let's do this.
Plaza, draw the attention of the hostile at 9 o'clock. No way you won't pick up a huge steel whale. Look harder. You've reeled it in. Positive hit on the MAD.
That's it.
Strider 1 found the submarine Alicorn.
Yeah! All that flying around paid off.
We ain't done yet. Give it the finishing blow. Target coordinates acquired. Coordinates re-entered. Commence preparations to fire the VL Asrock.
VL Asrock ready for launch.
Line of fire is clear.
Ready. Fire all missiles! Fire!
Missile away.
All anti-submarine missiles launched.
Report the results.
Did we get him?
Alicorn spotted. It's surfacing.
Surfacing? We haven't sunk it. It's attacking our fleet. Son of a... We didn't hit him.
What?
You're wrong, Count. Back them into a course. They're vulnerable now that they've surfaced. Follow up on Trigger. Understood. Welcome.
Roger.
Welcome. Roger. Prepare to abandon ship. We can't drain it. Evacuate! Lost destroyer Seagull and Aegis vessel Canary. The order is to abandon that we fought at the bottom of the sea. To allow our perseverance to be desecrated.
Target's destruction confirmed. You're being locked onto by the railguns. Increase your speed and run, Trigger.
If one of those railguns hits us, we'll be torn into a million pieces. They'll be looking for aircraft as well. Don't flutter about. Throttle up! Fire!
The Alicorn fired its railguns.
It's using its main guns for anti-air combat. Start training ASAP! Opening the steam valves.
The Alicorn is diving.
The ballast tank should be damaged. We'll have to surface again soon. We need to shoot down the drones that have been launched. There's no need to retreat. We'll have to kill them all if we are to live. If you wish to live, then you must let go of your life.
Vector Squadron will continue surveillance. We might be able to locate it if it's about to surface.
That's more than enough. All aircraft, position yourself to hit the Alicorn as it surfaces.
Righto. Strider 2, Fox 2.
Not bad, not bad.
Spotted. Setting underwater coordinates.
Enemy submarine surfacing.
Be not afraid. Did you not leave your fears behind at the bottom of the abyss?
Strider 1, anti-ship missile launched.
Main gun, ready to fire.
The railguns have locked onto you. Increase your flight speed and evade.
Target obliterated. Fire! Fire!
Missile launched.
Missile.
Missile hit. The Alicorn has launched aircraft.
That's some real skill there. They've got serious guts to take off right now.
Guts. They're just damn crazy.
Target down and out.
Flying objects have been launched from the Alicorn. They have different signatures from the UAVs we've seen.
Right target.
Missile.
Small UAVs have activated EM barriers.
I have visual. They look similar to the Arsenal's defense system.
What do we do then? We don't have Stonehenge to bust through them, you know.
The Alicorn is diving.
My fellow submariners, you realize carry weight. It gives you the right to take the lives of others. We cannot let the enemy's attacks reach our brothers. Go head on with first strike and take him down with me. I'll get their attention. You bash him off. Aircraft has 3 scars. We've lost many because of him.
Target is down.
Missile.
We're 10 men walking. Why should we fear death? Damn it, missile! Keep your attention as long as you can.
Alicorn underwater.
Alicorn surfacing.
Here on out.
Missile.
Anti-ship missile fired.
I don't want to spend another 2 years underwater. Don't worry. The boat won't survive if it goes under now. Here they come! I'll show you what a proud dog can do.
Missile.
Missile launched. Anti-ship missile launched.
Missile. Missile.
Enemy's got locked.
Missile.
Target acquired. Strider 1, missile away.
Submarine, try to bag 285 and protect the submarine.
Trigger's attack hit. Can visually confirm hull damage.
Let's follow his lead. Major radiation every 5 minutes. Do we have any cool things? We're thinking EMS reactors no good. Focus on anti-air combat. Command fire! Please, keep firing. Crush their lines under the weight of your lead.
Strider 1, anti-ship missile launched. The Alicorn is submerged. Wait for the next window of attack.
You can't hide forever.
Hello, this is North. What's the situation over there? We've got a moment or two. Stat rep? The advertising drones. These guys are doing terminal guidance. Hey, chill. You got advertising drones flying above the demonstrators. Those Tommy Star guidance systems. But your opponent is that captain. I'll call you back. Alex, how far away is the closest airbase?
Roughly 82 kilometers.
Enemy is approaching. Keep sheep alive when you're lost. Completion is at hand. The shoes of the dead are coming together like pieces of a puzzle. Their anti-air barrage.
The Alicorn has surfaced. Commence assault.
You must save those souls that died chained to the prison of ethics. Longcaster, my HUD's glitching. Trigger.
source of the jamming signal. It's the Alicorn.
That's not sinking a surface so easy.
Battle tanks have been damaged. We can't maintain full speed.
Missiles, don't let it touch you!
Aircraft have taken off from the submarine.
Trigger, drones can be destroyed before they activate the barriers. That's a pretty small window, but I know Trigger can pull it off. Charging complete. Commence fire! Charger now! Fire! Fire! Strider 1, watch your tail!
Enemy submarine diving.
It got away!
We're in the middle of a search. How are things?
We're going to jam the entire region using the Air Force's EW aircraft.
That's a big change.
Radios will be disabled. Controlling the drone and terminal guidance will be impossible. It's crude, but effective.
Bastard.
The cell phone will stop working too. This might be our last call.
Leave the rest to us.
Sub spotted. Sending underwater
One of
coordinates.
my target's tail.
Alicorn surfacing.
I give the orders and you snuff out the target.
Target hit.
The enemy submarine's outer hull is severely damaged. It won't be able to dive like that.
Yeah.
All right!
We surrender.
What?
What's going on?
I know this voice. This is the submarine aircraft cruiser Alicorn. We surrender. Stop shooting.
All aircraft, cease fire.
That's a con man talking. I should know.
Let's just sink it!
Negative. We cannot attack those that have surrendered. That's a breach of international law.
I repeat, we surrender.
What do we do?
Weapon use is prohibited.
I hold international law so dearly. We'll no longer be soldiers the moment we don't. Then I'll happily quit my career.
Do not attack.
We will surrender. We are currently making preparations to be disarmed.
I'm David North, an analyst at the Ocean Intelligence Agency. Captain, we've already jammed your terminal guidance system over ORED. Your shot will miss the mark.
Let me tell you a story. Back when I was a gunnery officer, I had to aim at an enemy ship 30 kilometers away in the middle of a storm. The seas were rough that day, and still I landed one of the 2 shots.
Here's a question. Was your plan elegant? The answer is yes. At least until 3 strikes ruined it.
What do you know of beauty?
They have no intention to surrender. Stop them, Trigger!
Hit the bell, Trigger! Hurry!
Wait, Trigger. Stop attacking immediately.
Charge up! Target is the Ocean capital of Orid. To take the lives of 1 million people 5,000 kilometers away from my family of hands. Commence firing!
The Alicorn has fired the round.
Satellite tracking ship Silvereye. Nuclear shell is heading for ORED. Target ID 2241. Unable to intercept. More than 2 shots, he said. We can only pray. Even if the shell doesn't impact ORED directly, the city will still be covered in radioactive material. We can only pray for the victims.
Beautiful. Hit the bell, Trigger! Hurry!
Wait, Trigger. Stop attacking immediately.
Charge up! Target is the Ocean capital of Orid. To take the lives of 1 million people 5,000 kilometers away from my family of hands.
It fired.
It's okay. The shell will miss.
What happened?
That's a blatant violation of orders, you dumbass!
Open that shell! All aircraft, destroy the Alicorn.
We'll go.
All right.
We'll go. We'll go. Understood.
Aim for the base of the rail cannon.
FCS error! Can't raise the elevation of the barrel! 3 strikes in the sky is a sign of an ill omen. Captain, all slow ahead, flood the aft trim tanks! Gas first, and that'll give the gun the elevation it needs! I'll take it to the bottom of the ocean. Don't you see? Don't you see? Landing a clean shot on a difficult target. That is what makes it elegant. That is true beauty. Finish him off, Trigger. No matter how large it may be, it can't last much longer. And what's more, everyone grab something. At 60%. Of course you wouldn't.
Good. Your attacks are hitting the base of the rail cannon.
You just made a statement right there, didn't you, Trigger? That was fine. At full charge. Commence firing! Fire!
The Alicorn has fired the round.
This is satellite striker ship Silvereye. Nuclear shell is heading for ORED. Target ID 2241. Unable to intercept.
1 in 2 shots, he said. We can only pray. Even if the shell doesn't impact ORED directly, the city will still be covered in radioactive material. We can only pray for the victims. Beautiful.
Strutter 1 crashed.
What happened? That's a blatant violation of orders, you dumbass. Open that shell. Aye, sir. All aircraft, destroy the Alicorn. We'll go.
All right.
We'll go. We'll go. Understood. Aim for the base of the rail cannon.
FCS error. Can't raise the elevation of the barrel.
3 strikes in the sky is a sign of an ill omen. Captain, also ahead, flood the aft trim tanks. First, the aft first, and that'll give the gun the elevation it needs. Don't you think you can click? 10 million lives will be saved at the cost of times. Liar, you just want to kill people. He won't let you.
Sensor charge at 45%. Pitch angle at +2 degrees.
It wouldn't end the mess. Don't hesitate. They would make soldiers the moment they think they're surrendered. All right!
Target hit. Target hit.
Oh yeah, that's the stuff, Trigger.
Confirming explosions. The rail cannon's been destroyed.
Yeah, baby. Don't you see? 1 million lives! The Alicorn's hull is severely damaged. No, it's completely split in 2.
He really pulled it off.
That's our final answer. I see loads of floating objects in the waves. I don't think there are any survivors, Wiseman.
Copy that. The enemy submarine has been destroyed. Operation is complete.
That was unbelievable. Just all of it.
That's right. Yeah.
There are some who send those around them to their doom. Like Captain Mateus Torres was a devil incarnate. But there are others. Others who show the way to everyone else. Those who stand at the forefront to cast the light. Those who follow them can't help but feel that they're in the right hands, that they'll make it. This is an era where there isn't a singular answer, like a quiz question. The world awaits a hero to keep the torch aloft, banishing the darkness. Quite the poet. That's a story I'm gonna have to tell my kid.
All aircraft in David. The operation is complete. Return to base and get some rest. Oh man, finally time for some munchies. Could you hand me the burger over there? Oh, and the knife and fork too, please.
Once I get back to base, I'm heading to the mess hall. Well, it's time for some
Operation is complete.
Can we celebrate now?
Yeah, good work.
Yeah!
Yahoo! Your next mission's in 32 hours.
Whoa.
Not something I'll
That was
tell my son
something.
about.
Give me a break.
I'm good, Alex. Won't need that wake-up call every 2 hours anymore.
David, only the summary is fine. Give me the report ASAP. I'll hand it to the president.
That's why I haven't slept in the last 80 hours.
78 hours and 52 minutes.
Okay. Well, now to the conclusion. Assuming that 3 strikes is a singularity, why not terminate him?
There is a fact that has been observed in all of the missions 3 Strikes has taken part in. All dependent elements that either mimic or follow the subject have increased chances of survival.
Try to be more sensuous.
Go Trigger's way, you'll make it. He leads the way.
Really?
Significance is high.
That's uncharacteristically illogical of you.
Ha ha ha.
Is that really how you laugh?